top, then you're down. The highs and the lows keep swirling. Walk these streets like you're beat, then rise up to meet the break that you need. It's coming, just hold on. Hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground, you've only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb. New York back to LA, it's so hard to stay and rest in one place. Yeah, but I see what you don't, will where you won't, so don't dare let go. Just hold on, hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the ground, you only begun. Rising up through the clouds, no, never give up. Climb on, climb. You're comparing yourself, it's like a kiss of death. Instead of doing what you're doing, you get caught up in your head. Feet on the road with your eyes on the prize, inch by inch, one step at a time. You're losing hope when you can't find a way to speed up the timeline. But one day, though it might be a while, it's gonna be worth every mile if you just hold on. Hold on. Hold on, just hold on, yeah. Lift your eyes off the I stare from afar. I once knew someone who would sing where you are. Calling off baby, so similar sensation, similar sensation. Melodies stalking my baby, so typical sensation, typical sensation. Don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were young, girl. Innocent in our ways, we were young, girl. Nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. You touch me, leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. You don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were young, girl. Innocent in our ways, we were young, girl. Nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. You touch me, leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. Stare from afar. I once knew someone who would sing where you are. I'm on a mission trying to get it together, spending whatever to get me connected with you. Try not to listen when they tell me we'll never be standing forever. After all we have been through, hard for me to be tainted. Through it all I've been patient, standing tall in the rain. And don't you know love is dangerous? Hard for me to be tainted.
Hello, Inner Circle family. I am so excited and honored to be with you. My name is Vanessa Duarte, originally from Brazil. Do we have any Brazilians in Inner Circle today? I'm tuning in from Maryland in the United States. Type it in the chat where in the world you're joining us from. Welcome. Welcome, Wesley from South Africa. Hi, Varin from France, East Tennessee, Chattanooga, Arizona. Welcome. I want to take a moment to welcome all of you who are new to our Inner Circle family. Drop it in the chat and you will see me peeking and looking to my side. Every time I look to my side, I'm looking at your comments. Drop it in the chat if you've been here from the very beginning, if you're one of our founding members. And drop it in the chat if you are new to Inner Circle. I saw several names. I saw Mike DeGrant, you're new to Inner Circle. Welcome, Connie, Jim Williams, Brenda, Michelle, Valerie Mills, keep pushing. Hi, Wendy from Los Angeles. Hi, Carla from Idaho. We are now a community of over 12,000 members, 12,000 people. How amazing is that? Yeah, give yourself a hand. Over 12,000 people committed to their constant and never-ending growth. Tony says that we must choose our peer group. What a peer group we have here. A group of thousands of people not only committed to creating an extraordinary life for themselves and those they love, but also to supporting each other along the way. So if you have not acknowledged yourself for taking this journey, I want to be the first one to congratulate you. Now, who here has had a chance to attend Coach Trevor's training last month on asset allocation. Yes? That was an amazing training. If you didn't have a chance to attend it, or if you're new to Inner Circle, guess what? You can go back and watch it and start implementing right away. You want to make sure you do that. So, our outcomes for today. In today's training, we are going to be discussing how life transitions, changes in jobs and careers, passing of loved ones, how they're a path to growth. We're going to uncover the secret to transforming our relationships with ourselves and others. And we're going to find ways to renew our ability to give and connect with those we love. Now, whether what you hear today is brand new information or a review of material you've heard before, this is how you will get the most out of our training. And truly, this is the difference between 30 days from now, you remembering 10% of what we talk about and 90%. Who here is committed to remembering 90% of what we talk about? That's right. That's right. So first, be 100% here. Put all your distractions away for this short amount of time so you can get the benefit that you came here to get. Second, play full out. Jump and dance with me. Talk back to the screen. Type it in the chat. Take notes like you're going to teach someone, because chances are you will, and I hope that you will. And finally, commit to implementing at least one thing that you hear today. Can we do that? Awesome. Now, what state are you in today? If you've been around Tony, you know that 80% of success is state. So check in with your state. Are you in a state of overwhelm, of stress? Are you worried? Are you in a state of low energy? Are you tired? Well, what state do you need to be in order to get the most out of our training? What state are you committed to be? Is it focus? Is it determination? Peak state, Cecilia says. Is it a state of passion? Is it a state of high energy? Okay, well, then together we're going to demand that high state by doing a 10-second energy crank. So if you're physically able, get up on your feet with me and dance or jump with me for 10 seconds. And if you're not, do it from your chair. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, how many of you have gotten to watch Tony and Sage's interaction with Susie Eddington from London? If you have not, you can find that short video in your coaching content library in the arena. That interaction is particularly important because it touches on something that every single one of us goes through: change. Susie is going through a season of transition, and she shares how she's been struggling to find purpose since her daughter moved and went away to travel the world, and with the passing of her dad, of whom Susie used to be the main caretaker. I'm going to take a sip of water. Do that with me. Now, if you read our momentum message from April 1st, you were reminded of how when changes disrupt our normal routines and relationships, it can leave us feeling like Susie, lost, alone, and disconnected from our loved ones and from ourselves. Each of us inevitably goes through these seasons of transitions that can make us feel fearful about our purpose and about our future. Put it in the chat if you are going through a period of transition right now, or if you've gone through one in the past year. Where are you experiencing transition in your life right now? Is it a divorce? Did your kids grow up and move away? Have you retired? Are you caring for a sick loved one? Yes, yes, I see a lot of seasons of transitions. What is or has been a significant season of change that has called you to step into the unknown? Yes, yes, I have kids. It's a never ending transition. Me too. Yes. So for me, that season was the breakdown of my 13-year marriage 7 years ago, ending in a divorce when I had three very young kids, one of whom was not even a year old. I don't normally share much of my story publicly, but this is a safe space, so thank you for that. I had been a full-time mom for many years, so a divorce that came very suddenly and unexpectedly created disruption in virtually every area of my life, from my identity to my finances, from my career to my lifestyle and how I spent my time. I had to send my babies to spend time away from me. And much like Susie, I felt lost every time I packed their bags and sent them to their dad's house. Tony often refers to the hero's journey. It is the heart of every great story, and it's the heart of our favorite stories. Our hero's journey is a story of trial and overcoming. It's a story where the hero is faced with disruption, change, where the first instinct is to hide and avoid dealing with the situation. Choosing to go on that journey means choosing to embrace the unknown path ahead. And as the hero travels that path, he inevitably encounters obstacles, external as well as internal battles, and an ultimate transformation. It's important to note that a season of transformation or a season of transition doesn't have to be a negative one. It can be an exciting call for adventure and change, like a move to a new state or country, a change of jobs, a change in career, even a new relationship. These seasons are caused whenever something happens that disrupts our normal routine. That disruption causes uncertainty. And when that initial excitement wears off, well, it may leave us feeling confused and questioning the entire journey, and sometimes wanting to turn back. At some point, though, the hero reaches a decisive moment where he or she cannot turn back and must decide to press forward without a safety net, without an option to retreat. It is then that the hero unlocks capabilities far beyond what he or she imagined possible. It is crossing this can't turn back now moment that provokes the most resourceful and empowered versions of the hero to emerge. Every hero's journey has one thing in common. Whether it starts with an exciting call for adventure or with a painful season of loss and change, it requires us to take unfamiliar steps and embrace discomfort to truly shift our sense of identity and possibility. This can only be done when we decide to give our situation a meaning that ultimately serves us. When we decide to give our situation an empowering meaning. After all, Tony says nothing has any meaning except the meaning we give it. When we do that, we are living our own hero's journey. The hero's journey is a call to embrace the unknown, to step into something that will cause us to expand and to grow more than ever before. We're all drawn to these stories because they call on us to step forward in spite of the discomfort so that we can become the best version of ourselves. Every challenge in our lives, every change in our relationships is our own invitation to step into a hero's journey in our lives. Before we take a few moments to workshop, I want to share with you the story of a very dear client of mine. This incredible coaching client had been working on lofty business and personal goals when her entire life changed overnight as her adult son was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. Most of us cannot even imagine going through such a loss. As I have supported this beautiful mother walk her hero's journey, she was called to find a new meaning and purpose for her life in a journey of transformation and taking her pain and using it for good. This mother's new purpose has become to be an agent for change so that no other families have to go through the pain that her family has gone through. Now, if you attended the Time to Rise Summit, Tony discussed 7 steps of the hero's journey. Let's review those steps. Step number 1. That is the ordinary world that the hero is in, where things are status quo. Not very much is happening. Step 2, call to adventure. Something happens that disrupts the hero's normal routine, disrupts the ordinary life. Step 3, refusal of the call. When we're faced with disruption and change, our first instinct is to refuse or try to avoid dealing with the situation. Step 4, meeting mentors, gaining allies. In order to walk the hero's journey, the hero needs to meet mentors and allies who will guide and support him or her along the way. Step number 5, crossing the threshold. That is the decisive moment where the hero reaches that point of no return, where there's no turning back. Step 6, ordeal and transformation. This is where we face the ultimate test, filled with internal and external battles. Pushing through this is what causes the ultimate transformation. And step 7, the return. This is where the hero returns home with a brand new perspective and a lasting transformation. Let's take a few moments to workshop. Pull your pen and paper and let's workshop. Where are you experiencing life in your life, a changing transition and change in your own life? Where are you experiencing transition in your life? At what step of the hero's journey are you in? What are you being called to do? Who are you becoming through your hero's journey? Have you found your mentors? Who could you seek out? What tools and strategies would support you? Take some time and answer these. What step are you in? Have you reached the path of no return? You're doing great. Who are you becoming? What are you being called to do? You already know the answer. That's it. Have you found your mentors? Do you need a coach? How about a mastermind? This right here, your inner circle community, is a mastermind. How can you leverage it? Keep writing. You're doing great. Great job. Great work. Take another 30 seconds and we'll wrap up. Great job. Great job. Give yourself a pat on the back for playing full out. And if you need to go back later, make sure you take the time to go back and finish answering those later. One of the gifts of stepping into your own hero's journey is that by bravely answering this call, you open the door to recalibrating your most important relationships, starting with your relationship with yourself. Healthy relationships require a balance between giving and receiving. When that balance between outflow and inflow is off, we start to feel depleted. Based on the loving nature of this community, I hallucinate that it may be easier for most of us to find ourselves in outflow than in inflow, giving more than receiving. The challenge with that is that at some point, we become so depleted that we have nothing left to give. And we start resenting others. The reality is, the ones we really start resenting is ourselves. The truth is that the hero's journey starts with the commitment to go inward and shed what's no longer serving us, and to nourish ourselves in order to tap into the totality of who we're meant to be. I'm going to say that again. The hero's journey starts with a commitment to go inward and shed what's no longer serving us, and to nourish ourselves in order to tap into the totality of who we're meant to be. Now, this going inward exercise can be uncomfortable for a lot of us. How much time do you spend alone with just yourself? Think about it. Type it in the chat how much time you spend alone by yourself with just your thoughts. In the conversation with Susie, Sage encourages her to go inward and shares that she herself loves more when she cares a little bit less, in the sense that when she makes her own self-care a priority, she is able to love others more. Ooh, I see some of you saying, I spend 5% of my time by myself, too little. Minimum time, none, ever. Wow. Going inward is actually how you and I unlock new reservoirs of wisdom, energy, and love, so we can pour into those we care about. Going inward allows you to find the strength and calls on us to put our own oxygen mask so that we can fill our cup first and gain the fuel and the fortitude to pour into those who we love and care about? Could your time alone with yourself and just your thoughts be a gift? For some of us, it is scary or lonely. Could it be exciting instead? That was a gift that I was called to unwrap in my own hero's journey. It has certainly been a must for my dear client who lost her son. In order to be able to give to her husband and their two other sons, she had to take care of herself first. As a result, she found the strength to keep going in spite of her pain and to support others going through similar pain along the way. As she cared for herself and as she continues to care for herself, she has been able to create a brand new relationship with her husband, with new levels of closeness and depth and connection. Sometimes our greatest gifts come wrapped in the ugliest of papers. But if we're willing to unwrap them, we find that what's on the inside is really a gift. For some of you, time alone may be just that. Putting on your oxygen mask course calls for taking care of yourself and creating rituals around making sure that that happens. That can take on many, many forms. Practicing meditation, mindfulness, prioritizing your exercise, going outside to breathe fresh air, watching a sunset, journaling, nourishing your body with life-giving foods, priming, getting enough rest, or simply taking the time to enjoy activities that bring you joy and energy and fulfillment. The key here is to tune into what are the things that make you feel rejuvenated. And when you do, you find that you have so much more to give from a place of wholeness within. I chose to accept that my time alone without my children was a gift to pour into myself so that I could then pour into them from a full cup. Let's take a few more minutes to workshop. What insight or new distinction have you gained that will help you with your hero's journey? What do you ultimately want as the outcome of this journey? Remember, be specific. Transformation happens in the specific. What are the ways in which you can put on your own oxygen mask? How would that affect your relationships when you do that? Take some time to answer. What have you learned? That's right. Be specific. You're doing great. Great job. Or you're gonna put your oxygen mask on. Oh, that's prayer. It's journaling. It's exercise. Riding my bike. Taking a bubble bath. What will putting your oxygen mask on do to your relationships and to your ability to connect to your loved ones? Great job. Take 20 more seconds to wrap up. You're doing great. Excellent job. Once again, we need to go back to these questions later Make it a priority to do so. Pat yourself in the back for playing full out. Yes, great job. The more you connect with yourself, with the magnificent existence of your beating heart, the more you will find the strength that you need for your own hero's journey is already available and within you. So if you, my friend, are going through one of those inevitable seasons of change, recognize this as your sacred invitation to your own hero's journey. Let's recap. Today, we learned that we are all called to step into our own hero's journey, and that by accepting that invitation, we grow into stronger versions of ourselves. We review the 7 steps of the hero's journey. Step 1, the ordinary world. Step 2, call to adventure that disrupts your life. Step 3, refusal of the call. Step 4, meeting your mentors and allies to help you and guide you along the way. Step 5, crossing the threshold or that point of no return where there's no turning back. Step 6, the ordeal or transformation, where you face the ultimate test and transform into a greater version of yourself. And step 7, the return, where the hero returns home with a new perspective and a complete transformation. We also learned that by going inward, spending time with ourselves, and practicing self-care, we can find the strengths and the resilience that we need to pour into those we love and are in relationship with. So here is your call to action. Go to our community and post how you are putting your oxygen mask on, and use the hashtag oxygen mask. And mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. Tony will be live for our workshop next month on May 7th at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. You do not want to miss it. And so make sure that you cancel all your meetings. It has been an absolute honor and pleasure serving you today. Go practice self-care. Share in our community how what you're doing is adding to your hero's journey and how you're transforming. And until we see each other again, live with passion.